Cyber criminals are now using malwares more often to conduct cyber attacks due to the immediate financial gain. In 2016 and 2017, sophisticated new malwares such as ransomware, WannaCry, Petya, and NetWare are emerging on a monthly basis, revealing new capabilities and distribution methods. These malware families are simple and highly effective in causing rapid destruction globally. For instance, in May 2017, the WannaCry quickly spread around the world, infecting hundreds of thousands of computers and locking their owners out of files. In just 2 months, a new malware named Petya was unleashed. We first started out in Ukraine and quickly finds its way to infect other countries. Petya is more dangerous and intrusive as compared to its predecessor WannaCry, as Petya encrypts one's entire hard disk on the computer rather than individual files and applications, which was how WannaCry operated. The common misconception is that retailers and financial institutions are the most targeted sectors because of news reports. However, statistics shows that healthcare industry is the primary target for cyber criminals, as the number of data breaches increases significantly from 2015 to 2017. Besides, healthcare industries are voted to be at the greater risk of cyber attacks for 3 years straight, starting from 2015 to 2017. Why is healthcare being targeted by hackers? It's because of the security of other industries that make them more attractive to cyber criminals. The financial organizations such as DBS generally invest a good sum of money to upgrade or maintain their cyber security. Thus, breaking through financial organization defenses is tough. On top of that, stealing money from the bank is traceable and a hacker would have to launder any amount stolen from a bank. Information, on the other hand, is a lot harder to track. While business in the financial and retail sectors continues to be targets, these organizations simply don't store as much sensitive information as healthcare sectors. The hackers who sell medical data stolen from hospitals has the ability to simply offload the responsibility of making money off the data on a black market customer who ends up buying it. Besides, stolen medical data cannot be cancelled or reissued like credit and debit cards do. Hence, medical data can be used forever. Healthcare organizations also don't generally spend a lot of money on cybersecurity, as roughly 80% of healthcare institutions use less than 6% of their budgets on data protection. With large valuable data gathered by so little security, it just makes sense why hackers will actively target hospitals. Although hackers use all kinds of techniques to get to the personal data they are after, ransomware and phishing were the most frequently used as it is devastatingly effective. Ransomware completely shuts down the facility's ability to properly treat patients, as medical professionals need access to digital systems to understand patients' history and access other records, and ransomware keeps these people from doing their jobs. On top of that, hackers also compromise healthcare systems by tracking workers with phishing campaigns. This involves some kind of enticing email from an unknown account with a link attached to it. Employees who click this link open their computers up to infection. And if they're connected to their organization's network, there's a good chance the whole hospital might get caught up in the hacker's attack. Thus, encrypting all the medical data which the hospital will pay them as saving their patient is the number one priority. Impact. A ransomware infection in the hospital might cost the patient's life, as an extended period of fault encryption means that doctor can't properly treat patients, and that could very well lead to some real-world harm. Although no reports of death have been directly tied to ransomware yet, but with the massive number of organizations having to deal with these infections, a mistake could easily be made. Certain patients have very specific needs, and a hospital worker that doesn't have access to digital files will forget about an allergy to a common medicine or food. This means that the reported 14 million affected patients in 2016 may have died due to the encryption of their medical files caused by ransomware. On top of that, ransomware affected not just computer but storage, refrigerators, and MRI machines. This significantly disrupt the operations of the hospital. In addition, this will result in fear for the patient, thus turning away from medical devices technology such as pacemakers, which can connect with a device at home that monitors the rhythms of the heart and are able to send the information back to the doctors. The health data breaches are costing US healthcare industry an estimated of $6.2 billion a year. That's a lot of money which can be used to invest in other things such as healthcare facilities and cybersecurity. Finally, it's impossible or difficult to remove stolen data from the hacker since medical data is more or less fixed. First and foremost, the IT departments needs to make clear how serious this situation is. Spending less than 6% of the IT budget on cybersecurity simply isn't enough, considering the effectiveness of ransomware on hospitals. Secondly, employees need to be trained about the cyber dangers that they face. An organization can spend the entire of this budget on cybersecurity defenses, and attackers can still infect the network by getting employees to click the link. Finally, medical institutions should absolutely invest in a disaster recovery plan that includes regular data backup. Backup is also an essential part of fighting back against ransomware. The entire stream relies on the fact that the victim needs their data so bad that they will pay for access to it. If the organization has its most vital information in a separate backup system, they can shut off the ransomware attack and get back to healing people while the IT department sorts out the infection. Such cyber attacks on hospitals are considered Computer Misuse Act, as one has unauthorized access to protected computer material and caused obstruction to the users of the device. However, cyber criminals were able to carry out these attacks successfully as the hospital industries failed to practice good fundamentals principles of security such as confidentiality controls and commensurate and security controls, which resulted in the outbreak.